Welcome to our video on the top 10 most dangerous reptiles found in the desert. These creatures are masters of survival in one of the harshest environments on Earth, and some of them can be deadly if you're not careful. So, without further ado, let's dive into our list. The desert is one of the harshest environments on Earth, and it's home to some of the deadliest predators you'll ever encounter. In this video, we'll be counting down the top 10 most dangerous reptiles found in the desert. From venomous snakes to powerful lizards, these creatures are masters of survival and have adapted to thrive in the arid and unforgiving landscape. So, buckle up and get ready to learn about some of the most fearsome creatures in the world. If you see this in the desert, run and call for help. Rattlesnake. The rattlesnake is one of the most iconic desert reptiles, with its distinctive rattling sound serving as a warning to potential predators. But this venomous snake is also a threat to humans, with a bite that can cause serious injury or even death. There are many different species of rattlesnakes, but all of them are venomous and have long, hollow fangs that they use to inject venom into their prey or attackers. The venom of a rattlesnake contains a complex mixture of proteins and enzymes that can cause a range of symptoms in humans, from pain and swelling to more serious issues like tissue damage, organ failure, and even death. Despite their reputation as dangerous predators, rattlesnakes actually play an important role in the ecosystem. They help to control populations of rodents and other small animals, which can have a significant impact on the balance of the food chain. However, it's important to treat rattlesnakes with caution and respect, as their venomous bite can be very dangerous. If you encounter a rattlesnake in the wild, it's best to give it a wide berth and let it go on its way. Gila monster. The Gila monster is a large, slow-moving lizard with a venomous bite that can cause extreme pain, swelling, and nausea. It's also one of only 2 venomous lizards in the world, making it a unique and dangerous desert predator. Gila monsters are also known for their unusual behavior of storing fat in their tails, which allows them to go long periods without eating. In fact, they can go up to a year without food in the wild. This makes them well adapted to the harsh desert environment, where food can be scarce and temperatures can be extreme. Despite their venomous nature, Gila monsters are considered an important part of the desert ecosystem and are protected by law in many areas. If you ever encounter a Gila monster in the wild, it's important to give it plenty of space and avoid handling it, as their venomous bite can be very dangerous. Sidewinder. The sidewinder is a small, venomous rattlesnake with a unique way of moving through the sand. Its sideways hopping motion helps it to travel quickly and efficiently, but it also makes it difficult to spot until it's too late. Despite their venomous nature, sidewinders are not generally considered to be aggressive towards humans and will usually try to avoid confrontation. They are mostly active at night, when temperatures are cooler, and spend much of the day hiding in burrows or under rocks to avoid the heat. If you ever encounter a sidewinder in the wild, it's important to give it plenty of space and avoid handling it. While they may look small and harmless, their venomous bite can be very dangerous and should be taken seriously. Desert iguana. The desert iguana may not seem like a threat, but its powerful jaws and sharp teeth make it a dangerous predator in its own right. It's also able to survive for long periods of time without water, making it a true desert survivor. Desert iguanas are herbivores, feeding on a variety of plants and flowers found in the desert. They are also preyed upon by a range of predators, including birds, snakes, and mammals. Despite their small size, desert iguanas are known for their ability to run quickly and escape from predators. They are also capable of hiding in crevices or burrows to avoid danger. If you ever encounter a desert iguana in the wild, it's important to observe them from a distance and avoid handling them. While they are not considered dangerous to humans, they may become stressed or scared if handled, which can be harmful to their health. Horned lizard. The horned lizard is another seemingly harmless desert dweller that can be deadly in the right circumstances. Its defense mechanism of shooting blood from its eyes may be effective against predators, but it can also cause serious harm to humans. Like many desert animals, horned lizards are adapted to survive in extreme heat and limited water. They are able to survive for long periods of time without drinking water, and they have specialized kidney function that allows them to excrete concentrated urine. If you ever encounter a horned lizard in the wild, it's important to observe them from a distance and avoid handling them. They may become stressed or scared if handled, which can be harmful to their health. Horned lizard. The horned lizard is another seemingly harmless desert dweller that can be deadly in the right circumstances. Its defense mechanism of shooting blood from its eyes may be effective against predators, but it can also cause serious harm to humans. Like many desert animals, horned lizards are adapted to survive in extreme heat and limited water. They are able to survive for long periods of time without drinking water, and they have specialized kidney function that allows them to excrete concentrated urine. Despite their tough appearance, horned lizards are not considered dangerous to humans and are generally quite docile. However, they are protected by law in many areas due to habitat loss and illegal collection for the pet trade. If you ever encounter a horned lizard in the wild, it's important to observe them from a distance and avoid handling them. Desert tortoise. The desert tortoise is a large, slow-moving reptile that's been around for millions of years. While it's not typically aggressive, its sharp claws and powerful jaws can cause serious injury if it feels threatened. Unfortunately, desert tortoise populations have been declining due to habitat loss, road mortality, and disease. They are also protected by law, and it is illegal to collect them from the wild or keep them as pets. If you ever encounter a desert tortoise in the wild, it's important to observe them from a distance and avoid handling them. They are a protected species, and it is important to respect their habitat and natural behavior. Coachwhip snake. The coachwhip snake is a fast-moving, non-venomous snake that's able to climb trees and even swim. But it's also a skilled predator that feeds on lizards, birds, and other small animals, and its bite can be painful and cause infection. Despite their large size and aggressive appearance, coachwhip snakes are not considered dangerous to humans. They are non-venomous and typically avoid contact with humans, although they may bite if threatened or cornered. If you ever encounter a coachwhip snake in the wild, it's important to observe them from a distance and avoid handling them. As with all wild animals, it's important to respect their habitat and natural behavior. Chuckwalla. The chuckwalla is a large, stocky lizard that's able to inflate its body to make itself more difficult to swallow. But it's also a powerful biter, with sharp teeth that can cause serious injury to humans. Despite their tough appearance, chuckwallas are not considered dangerous to humans and are generally quite docile. They are protected by law in many areas due to habitat loss and illegal collection for the pet trade. If you ever encounter a chuckwalla in the wild, it's important to observe them from a distance and avoid handling them. They may become stressed or scared if handled, which can be harmful to their health. Black widow spider. The black widow spider is not a reptile, but it's a common and deadly predator in the desert. Its venom can cause muscle pain, cramps, and even paralysis, and it's particularly dangerous for young children and the elderly. Despite their reputation as a dangerous spider, black widow bites are actually quite rare. Most bites occur when the spider feels threatened or disturbed, such as when a person accidentally comes into contact with their hiding place. If you live in an area where black widows are common, it's important to take precautions to avoid contact with these spiders. Wear gloves and long-sleeved clothing when working in areas where spiders may be hiding, and inspect your surroundings before reaching into dark and closed spaces. If you do encounter a black widow, it's best to avoid disturbing it and contact a professional pest control service to safely remove the spider. King cobra. Finally, at number 1, we have the king cobra. While not technically a desert reptile, the king cobra is one of the most deadly snakes in the world, with a venom that can cause respiratory failure and death in just a matter of hours. It's also one of the largest venomous snakes, capable of growing up to 18 feet in length. While not native to the desert, they can be found in some areas where their natural habitat overlaps with desert regions. The king cobra is a formidable predator, and encounters with humans should be avoided at all costs. Due to their size and danger to humans, king cobras are often hunted and killed by humans. However, they are an important part of the ecosystem and play a vital role in controlling populations of other venomous snakes. It's important to remember that king cobras, like all wild animals, should be respected and observed from a safe distance. If you encounter a king cobra in the wild, it's best to leave it alone and appreciate its beauty and power from afar. And there you have it, folks, our list of the top 10 most dangerous reptiles found in the desert. Remember, these creatures are masters of survival in one of the harshest environments on Earth, and it's important to give them the respect they deserve. Stay safe out there.